Live from downtown Detroit, home of WDIV and Click on Detroit, Local 4 News at 5 starts now.
Pesky snow showers will not leave us alone on the coldest afternoon in nearly 7 months. We'll show you when things are going to start to improve.
Tonight, the Local 4 Defenders, we are uncovering shocking details about a controversy in a local school district that has parents asking, where is the focus on the kids?
But we begin tonight with breaking news we continue to follow from downtown Detroit, and that is where the Wayne County Board of Canvassers is meeting right now to decide on certifying the results of the election. The election results in Wayne County drew the attention of President Trump and a host of allegations.
Let's get right to Mara McDonald, who's live on this tonight. Mara, the meeting has been held up for quite some time.
Steve, about an hour and 40 minutes is how it is running behind, but within the last 10 minutes or so, the Wayne County Board of Canvassers just got needed documentation from the Wayne County clerk. Think of this meeting as an ability to have a final audit of how the voting went in Wayne County, as well as the tallying of the votes in Wayne County. Clearly, the Wayne County Board of Canvassers is just getting that documentation. We haven't had a chance to look at it yet. As soon as we have some numbers for you, we will, of course, come back to you live. We're live on Detroit's East Side tonight. I'm Mara McDonald, Local 4.
Now today's coronavirus numbers, they are up from the weekend average. The state says 7,458 tests have come back positive in the past 24 hours. The number of deaths also, sadly, is up. 79 more Michiganders have lost their lives to COVID-19, including 24 from a review of past vital records. As infection rates continue to climb all across the state, the city of Detroit is ramping up testing.
It is concentrating much energy on the city's nursing homes where the most vulnerable live. Rod Maloney is live this evening with a look at the city's test efforts. Rod.
Right. Yes, we're here on the west side at the testing center that has just now closed down for the day. But the mayor is deeply concerned about nursing homes because he believes that about 30% of the population has COVID. He wants to tamp that down and find out exactly what they have. And so he has sent testers out to every nursing home in the city. So far, a couple of thousand patients have been tested, but the mayor wants a quick mobilization at nursing homes. The testing will also include every staff member in all 26 Detroit nursing homes. Deputy Chief of Staff Alyssa Melil explains the program.
For the next 2 weeks, the Detroit Health Department and Henry Ford Health System teamed up to go in and test all of the nursing homes in Detroit. So that is the goal. So they will be going to the nursing homes, getting tested, and then they'll also be receiving their tests within 24 to 48 hours.
The city is adjusting its free testing program from the Michigan State Fairgrounds to the Joseph Walker Williams Recreation Center. Testing is proceeding both inside and outside by appointment. If you don't have symptoms, you can go inside. If you may have been exposed or are elderly or disabled, you get curbside service. It's been a steady stream of business all day, and a variety of residents from both the city and outside the county came in for testing. Dan and Scott came for a test because his job required it.
Really as bad as I thought, but I'm an overthinker, and going into situations like this, I'm like scared, but no, it was a breeze.
Joan Hawkins of Southfield came because of a more immediate concern.
My husband is in the hospital with COVID.
So you wanted to know?
Mm-hmm.
And so you got tested, and it's going to take, 3 to 5 days?
That's correct.
Yeah. How did they do in here?
They did great, and it's free.
Now, like I said, they have closed here, and if you want to get tested, you have to call a day in advance. So we're linking to clickondetroit.com, the phone number you can call so that you can get in line here if you do want to get tested. Back to you.
Well, Rod, is the city targeting any other vulnerable groups?
As a matter of fact, they are. Another concern they have is for homeless people and what to do for them. So find them, and then if in fact they are COVID positive, to find a place where they can go, and they do have facilities for them to go and do their quarantine.
All right. Thank you, Rod.
Michigan's fourth largest city is making changes in response to new COVID-19 restrictions.
Yes, the changes in Sterling Heights begin tomorrow and will remain in effect until January 3rd. City Hall will stay open, but residents are encouraged to handle city business from home. 41A District Court will not be open to the public. For a complete list of impacted buildings and services, head to clickondetroit.com.
Yeah, but not everybody is ready to accept these closures. The Michigan Restaurant and Lodging Association has filed a lawsuit against the state's health director to block the ban on dine-in service. Starting tomorrow and lasting for 3 weeks, Michigan residents will only be able to order takeout from restaurants unless outdoor seating is available. That's under the Michigan Department of Health and Human Services' new COVID-19 rules. The Michigan Restaurant and Lodging Association is seeking an emergency preliminary injunction to resume indoor food and beverage consumption. We'll update you as soon as we get new information. It's been a little cold, a little dreary for a November Tuesday, even some snowflakes falling off and on.
But Steve, there is some good news coming, so let's send it over to Ben, who is tracking a warmer trend that's headed our way.
That's true, Karen and Steve. Good evening, and we will be seeing those temperatures ramp up. We got to get rid of this stuff first. Storm Tracker 4 has got these snow showers that are lake enhanced across the area right now. You can see a little bit more moisture in some of those areas that are in the north zone. These are the road temperatures from Storm Tracker 4. Green areas are above freezing, and we've plotted some of these temperatures. That 96 stretch around Livonia, 37 degrees, what that road temperature is there, 36 also for M59 in Macomb County. But you can see that 94 stretch when you get north of Richmond up towards Port Huron. Pavement temperature there about 34 degrees, so it's getting close to that freezing mark. Most of the stuff has melted off the pavement today so far, so just keep that in mind tonight as the sun goes down. Lake effect potential will decrease as the wind speeds diminish tonight. 8 p.m. primarily west and north zone, still a few flakes, and anything after midnight should be hanging around the north zone only. Otherwise, we are going to be seeing dry conditions as we head towards tomorrow. Couple impacts going forward, but the big ones on the weekend, and of course, as Karen mentioned, temperatures headed up. We'll look at all that in just a few minutes, guys.
We have a Local 4 update in a shooting that killed a young girl. Police need your help finding one of the suspects.
Detroit police are looking for this man, 22-year-old Christian Mitchell Childress. He's wanted in connection to a shooting that killed a 7-year-old girl. This happened last month at a home on Bedford near Outer Drive and Mac. Police say another suspect was arrested yesterday, but they need your help finding the second man. So if you do know anything about this case, you're asked to call Detroit police. Tonight, the Local 4 defenders are getting to the bottom of the chaos surrounding leadership at Farmington schools.
At a meeting last night, the superintendent and 2 members of the school board resigned. Let's get to defender Sean Lay, who's live tonight with what went down there last night.
A lot went down, and parents asking the defenders to get to the bottom of what is happening at this school district. They believe the focus is clearly not on their kids and not on their education. And listen closely to what happened at last night's meeting.
This is painful, very painful. I have the utmost respect for Dr. Guerra.
An explosive, emotional Farmington Public School Board meeting last night, where Superintendent Robert Herrera, hired just last year, resigned.
I think it's the loss of this district, and he's really the right man for this job.
The issue, some board members tell us, is ugly. Internal documents obtained by the Local 4 defenders show that board member Angie Smith allegedly worked to create an intimidating and offensive work environment for the superintendent, making public comments and social media posts accusing Herrera of trying to rid the district of any African American staff members, and allegedly said Herrera, in a sense, had his knee on the neck of an African American coworker. The board called Smith's racially explosive claims unfounded. The board accepted Herrera's resignation to avoid being sued by him.
Dr. Guerra relieves any legal claims that he may have against the district, including but not limited to those claims arising from board member Smith's repeated public statements and social media posts accusing him of being against African American staff and students.
The issue so upsetting, the board president resigned, and so did board vice president Terry Johnson.
The adult behavior at the board has been horrible. And as a result of that adult behavior, the children are now suffering.
Listen, that was only half of the meeting. The other half, the board censured board member Angie Smith. The board said she unfairly interfered with the superintendent to do his job. Now, she has not gotten back to us. Multiple attempts to tell her side of the story. We are willing to listen when she does get back to us. The superintendent also spoke in a statement only saying he felt it was necessary to do what was best for the interest of the entire school community. Guys, during the meeting, some people expressed so strongly they believe the superintendent was the right man for the job. There were tears that he resigned. Back to you.
Sean, censuring the board member, what does that mean?
It really actually means a lot. It means that she cannot become board president or vice president or treasurer. Now, she was also the secretary. She was removed from that post. She can only vote on school district business at this point.
Oh, they've got a mess in Farmington. Thank you, Sean.
All right, we're just getting started on a Tuesday. Let's send it over to Hank.
Asking the man at the center of the Green Ooze controversy the tough questions.
Can we talk to you about your property?
Gary Sayers, Help Me Hank, the exclusive new tonight.
And a state trooper and a good Samaritan step in to help save lives. Brand new dash cam video as a car goes up in flames with 2 people inside.
It was an emotional day outside of an Ypsilanti prison. Tina Talbot right here, released after 20 months in prison. But find out who she's worried about now.